Yo, what's up guys? It's your boy Kenny, back with another video, back with some more small talk. Now as of late, what we're gonna do is we're gonna dive straight into this video. And you know, I want you guys to understand and realize this one thing, is that they don't want you becoming enlightened. Like semen retention is the enemy of the establishment. Semen retention is the enemy of the powers that be. It's the enemy of the modern culture. It's the enemy of the direction that the world is going in. You want to know why? Because through semen retention lies the cure to restore order back to planet Earth. I had a subscriber message me not too long ago about this, and he wanted me to do more videos on restoring order back onto planet Earth. And you know, this is kind of the bottom line reason as to why I actually do these videos, because there is a need, and the more you're on semen retention, you will understand that there is a need to restore masculinity, healthy masculinity, back to planet Earth. And with there lies the remedy to everything. Everything. Absolutely everything. I mean, let's just start with what we normally talk about, with porn, masturbation, and all that kind of stuff. Just really understand why they make these things so readily available to society. They know how important the man is to the will of the Most High. They know that natural order relies upon a conscious man, a man who has a high source of vibration, a high vibration. But the man who's constantly spilling his seed is constantly shattering his nervous system, is constantly depleting his life force. So as a consequence, he's not allowing his energy, his vibration to rise. He's not allowing his consciousness to rise. He's not able to see clearly. He's not able to make good decisions. He's not able to put women in check. He's not able to hold women to a higher standard. So just by making porn free, just by putting all these temptations and these distractions out here, and knowing that men are weak in that area, they're getting us. They're getting us. I say this all the time. When you're on semen retention for a prolonged period of time, it is so easy to go out in the street and see the state of men. Most men can't look you in the eye. Most men don't walk with any kind of demeanor and swagger and confidence. Most men are looking down, even if they're with their girlfriend or their wife, their kids. They're not looking bold, not looking like they're the leader of their home. Most men can't say no. Most men can't be assertive and clear about what they want. Most men can't make a decision and go for it. Most men are risk averse. They don't want to take calculated risks. Most men are in marriages where their woman is the one bossing them around. And as a consequence, now their kids don't know what it means to have a masculine role model. So the daughters are out here being more promiscuous than ever. And the sons don't have a template of what it means to become a man. This is the state of manhood. And as long as this is the state of manhood, the powers that be and whoever's controlling the world will always have their say, will always have the influence over the world that they want. If you think about it, right, you think about that. Imagine if most men were of semen retention, if most men were conscious because of this semen retention, if most men developed spirituality, a strong sense of a grounding of spirituality because of semen retention, if they valued the Most High. Do you really think most men would be running towards taking a vaccine? Do you really think most men would be feeding these pharmaceutical companies? I don't care what anybody says. All of these corporations, the pharmaceutical industries, the banks, they all rely upon our ignorance. They all rely upon the masses' inability to see the matrix for what it is and stand back and look at the world from a bird's eye view and have a spiritual sense. Most men have no vision. So because of this, most men aren't leading their home to make these kind of decisions. I've said this before, as men go, the women follow. The problem is there's a lack of men out here to really take the lead. So women are doing their own thing, and if they're in relationships, women are leading the relationship. So the establishment, the powers that be, the system is continuing to spin because men are lacking consciousness, men are lacking real wisdom to make proper decisions that's actually going to take humanity in a prosperous, righteous, direction. Think about the major banks and all this kind of thing, right? They all rely upon men's inability to handle their finances. All these corporations out here, they all depend upon men who don't have a vision, who don't have, haven't developed a purpose, a passion to add value to the world. They all rely on these men who are just there to suck off their boss, lick their boss's ass for a paycheck because they haven't grown enough balls. They haven't grown enough cojones in themselves to lead themselves in a life. Now, I'm not saying having a job is a bad thing, because a lot of us need a job, especially to begin with. But if you're a man of your purpose, if you're a man with spirituality, there will come a point in time when you realize that you will want to be the master of your own fate. You want to create your own destiny. You want to put your passion and your purpose into your own thing in the world and add value to the world that way. Because you will realize that nobody will have the same vision for your life that you have for your life. Nobody will. You see, these are all the things that's happening today. These are all the things that's happening today. This video is kind of everywhere, but I just want you to understand, and I hope you understand what it is that I'm trying to say. When it comes to relationships, most men are more drained than ever. Most men are more drained than ever because they're not holding their seed. So women are naturally having more sexual energy than most men. So what does that mean? It means that most women have the bargaining power. Most women are dictating the play. Men are giving all their power to women, just because she has something in between her legs that you want. And they haven't risen to a standard, risen to a consciousness where they've passed the physical, they've passed the animalistic state of having animalistic sense. They haven't risen past that point now. It's all about pleasure. So the woman will continuously dangle what's in front of him to control him. You need to understand, for as long as a woman can do that to you, she will not respect you, and you are always at the mercy of a woman. And you have to understand that becoming your best self, you cannot become your best self if you don't master your sex energy. Like, it all starts here. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Life starts with sex. Life starts with sex. If you get your sex energy right, you will get your life right. Your life will move in the right direction. Your relationships will start to blossom more. Women will start to respect you more. You will start holding women to a higher standard other than what's in between her legs. Now, all of a sudden, women will have to act right. Women will start having to be held accountable for their actions. Do you understand what this means? This means that homes will start getting in order. Simply because you started rectifying your life. Homes will start getting in order. Women will start behaving in a way that is aligned with the man's values. You see what I'm saying? Now the kids are going to start being in order. So when the home's in order, now the community's in order. Now you've got multiple homes in order. Now your town's going to be in order. Now your country's going to be in order. And it all starts with you, bro. It all starts with you. And the powers that be know this. That's why the attack on you is so hard. Because if they get you, they've got society. Because they know that women instinctively are biologically hardwired to seek masculine leadership. But if they're not getting that from you, guess what's going to happen? They're going to seek that in society. They're going to seek that in society. So women are going to look to society standards for leadership. And that is the state of society right now. And that's why this whole world is in a mess. That's why this whole thing is in a mess. The ownership is on you. And it starts with your sex energy. So you need to get past this whole pleasure thing. You need to get past that. Most men just see sex as pleasure. You cannot see it that way. You need to understand you are here for a reason. You have been sent here for a reason. And that sex is a powerful thing, and that your semen holds an actual life force that could actually create a whole duplicate of yourself. Like, that's how powerful that stuff is that the Most High put in you. So you cannot take that lightly, and you cannot release that lightly. You cannot release that lightly. You need to use all that power and build yourself up. Build your consciousness up to the level that the Most High, the creator of this universe, whatever you believe, intended you to be at. Raise to that state of vibration so that you can start seeing things clearly. So you're not succumb to the traps of society. You know, you're not succumb to the movements of society. You're thinking on your own. You're your own doctor. You're your own lawyer. You're your own businessman. Thinking correctly, thinking properly, and restoring order back into the world. And when you do that, you're going to start seeing things start falling into place. You're going to start seeing women behave to you differently. Why? Because most men aren't holding them to zero standards out here. And you're going to be the different one. You're going to be in a relationship, or you're going to have children. They're going to respect you. They're going to have proper values because you put yourself in check. You put yourself in check. You value things like sacrifice, like discipline, like spirituality. You value things like this. You see what I'm saying? But it starts with your sexual energy. This is a crucial thing that you need to get under control. You need to get this under control. So whenever you feel like you're about to watch some silly porn or masturbate, you need to understand the effect. Don't just think about the first order consequence, which is you spilling your seed and getting a couple seconds of pleasure. Think about the spillover effect, the shattering of your nervous system. The fact that now when you wake up in the morning, you're not going to have enough energy to attend to your business, to attend to being the best version of yourself, which is going to have a spillover effect in the level of women that you attract, in your kids, the consciousness of your kids, and the state of society. It's a lot bigger than 2 seconds of pleasure, and that's what you need to understand. That is what you need to understand. They don't want you to know this. They don't want you to hold your seed. They don't want you behaving like this. They don't want you rising to this level of consciousness. Best believe that. I hope you're feeling what I'm saying. I hope you are feeling what I am saying. Hold your seed. Raise your consciousness. Raise your spirituality. Understand you're here for a reason. Start having that energy permeate into things in your life. Watching what you eat. Eating for purpose rather than pleasure. Pushing your body. Valuing delayed gratification. Holding women to a standard. Practice things like meditation, prayer, and having a spiritual life. These are things that are going to raise you above most levels of masculinity that we see right now, and it's going to raise you above the trappings of society. And that's exactly what the powers that be don't want. I hope you liked this video. I hope it resonated with you. Retain your seed. Peace, love, prosperity to you. Remember, whatever you do, you got to get it by any means necessary. And remember, you got to grind to shine. I love you guys. Peace.